Hey, welcome back. So now we're going to work on the user interface to polish this game up a little bit. So wouldn't it be nice if we have a user interface that tell us that we picked up the sword, and also when we walk through here, to actually display a message. So that's called UI, user interface. So now let's go work on one. So first, we need to talk about layers. So layers is like, it's like different, how do you describe that? It's like different stack, okay? So we have the game layer. Right now everything is on layer 0, which is the game layer. We can rename this as game layer, okay? And then that is you can put another layer on top of this game layer, like something on top. And the things that go on top will be your user interface. So for example, your message box, your score, and health, and all that good stuff. So why don't we create a new layer? Let's add a new layer. We call this the UI, or GUI, graphic user interface layer. Alright, GUI layer. Okay, so now that we have two layers, just make sure when you add things, for example, when you drag in something, make sure you select the correct layer. So for example, if you select the GUI layer and you drag something in like such, then this object will go in the GUI layer, and that's no good. Okay. So first we need to set here in the GUI layer, set parallax to 0 times 0. That'll make sure that it doesn't move. Okay, so let's do a little quick little test. So remember how our viewport is inside this dashed line right here? So if we put something on the GUI layer, preferably wherever we move, it will stay in the same area. For example, let's see if we can insert text here. Say, hello, this is a text label. Okay, let's run the game and see. So we see this on the side, and it stays there no matter where we moved. That's because the game layer is following, well, in the game layer, the viewport is following this guy, but on the GUI layer, everything stays the same. It's not moving, so that's why it will stay on one place. Alright, let's do that. Okay, so now let's make a message box first. First thing we need is we need like a little box here, so you can right click. That'll be a new sprite right here. Let's make this size maybe 250 by 700. How does that look? That look a little thick. 150? Okay, that's good. So let's draw a box here. Well, we can actually just fill this in with the color, right? So I'll make my background like this in color, and let's add a little border here. Okay. Probably don't want border thickness. Alright, that looks good enough. Close that. And let's extend this. Alright, so this will be our message box here. Maybe we'll make this a little bit taller. Okay, so we'll call this GUI message box. And then let's add a text on this. Oh, make sure we got the GUI layer selected. Make sure not to select the wrong layer. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Text. Okay. Then we can make this our text layer. Alright, so we need something to like temporarily here to show us what the text looks like. So we can do random text generator. And then we can just copy some random text to use, like maybe this one right here. How about this? It's a little small, right? Let's preview it. Oh, this box is huge. Okay. We'll make this box a little bit smaller. Lower this a little bit. And maybe increase the fonts a little bit. Let's make this 16. Okay. I think that seems reasonable. Okay. So now we have a text box. We need a something to say, maybe like click enter to close the text box. So I'll make another text object. I'm going to say hit enter to continue. Okay, so put that right here. And to make this look better, I'm going to change the color a little bit. I'm going to make this a grayish color, like this, and bold it, and italize it. Okay, I think that's good. Now hit enter and continue. Okay, now let's name our stuff. So this is called. Alright, so we'll just call this GUI text. And we'll call this GUI, maybe enter. Alright. So initially we don't want this text box to show up. So let's set the initial visibility to false so we don't see it. I know we still see it in the editor, but when we play the game it won't be visible. Like this. Okay. So alright, let's program it. Maybe we should show a message when we step and collect our sword. So let's go to here. Let's see, where's our environment tab? Okay, so this is the chest trigger. So we pick up the sword, right? So maybe we should make the text box visible. So we set visible here for the message box. We also need the GUI text to be visible. And then we also need to set the enter key to be visible. The one that says hit enter to continue. Okay, and then you need to customize the text. So like right here, GUI text, you want to set the text. Let's see, set size, set text. Okay, here we go. Maybe congrats, you picked up an awesome sword. Now go chop some enemy. Alright. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if this works. Alright, so we're walking. Here. Alright. So it show up the message. Congrats, you picked up this awesome sword. Now go chop some enemies. Hit enter to continue. But we don't have that. So let's make that. So maybe we'll add an event here. So when the keyboard, when we press the enter key, and enter key is actually not detectable here, so you have to select it here. So when we hit the enter key, what do? We set the visibility of the GUI box to be false, like to be invisible, and then we also disable the GUI text and GUI enter. Okay, let's see. Alright, congrats, you picked up an awesome sword. Now go chop some enemies. Enter. Oh. No, it doesn't work. Why is that? Oh wait, now it works. Oh. So it seems like whenever we're in air and here, when we click enter, it won't work. Why is that? Well, that's because we are still standing in this zone. That's why. So maybe we should make something that that only let the message be shown once. How should we do that though? Maybe we need to add another variable here. So let's add a global variable. Oh, actually, you know what? We have a variable for that. So the reason why it won't close is because when we're standing on the zone, it keeps triggering the message. So maybe we need to add a condition here where it only shows this once. So only if when the player enter that zone, the chest trigger zone, and if he didn't pick up the sword yet, when pick up sword is false, you show this message. So you only show the message once, and you can only pick up the sword once. Let's try this. Enter. Okay, that works perfectly. Now let's make one over here. Can you guess how do we make one for this sign over here? Give you a couple of seconds. Alright, so you basically just put a trigger zone here that will trigger a message. It's not that difficult. So we're gonna do that. Now see, this is in the way. How to get rid of this? So let's lock this and then click check. If you uncheck this, it will make this disabled for now, so you can't see it. But it's still there. It's just that it's not in the way. And when you lock it, you can't move stuff around. Okay, so let's make another trigger zone right here. When we walk close to the sign, it will give us a warning message. So let's add a new sprite right here. Maybe we'll make it look like this. And then we can draw some exclamation point here, just a warning sign. Okay, where did it go? Well, I think we got the wrong layer selected. Yes, it's in the GUI layer. That's not good. Let's delete that. Oh, but it's locked. Okay, unlocked. Delete. Okay, uncheck this, lock this, select the game layer, and then we draw this in. Alright, so this is the message trigger. This is huge, so let's make this a little bit smaller. Alright, so the message only get triggered when you go in near this area right here. And we also want to make it invisible. We don't want to see it. Alright, so let's add a new environment. So when the player hit the message trigger zone, we can say overlapping. Oh, actually, we should do player hitting the trigger zone, the other way around. Alright, if the player is overlapping with the message trigger, okay, what are we gonna do? Well, remember, we only want to show the message once, so we probably want to add a global variable for that. This is called message shown. Boolean false will be okay. So when we go to that trigger zone, we will set the message shown variable to true. What am I doing? Right here. Okay, true. And we also want to make sure that this only can trigger when the player step in it, and also when the message shown is false, because we only want to show it once. Okay, so set once. Set the message shown to be on, and then we want to basically copy this stuff right here. Can I paste this on here? Paste. Okay. So we enable the message box, and then we just say give a message here. Maybe we'll do like, howdy adventurer. Beware of the enemy ahead. Perhaps go grab a sword. Maybe grab a sword if you didn't have one already. Alright, cool. Let's give this a try. Alright. Okay, well, it seems like the enemy saw us. So why don't we move this trigger zone down a little bit so it gives us a heads up way before the enemy see us and kill us. Right here. Okay. Beware of enemy ahead. Perhaps go grab a sword if you didn't have one already. Okay. Gradually pick up an awesome sword. Chop. Try again. Chop. Ah, messed that one up. Alright, anyway. So we got our message system done. So yeah, right now we got a pretty good game going. I forgot to grab sword. Okay, well, I'll see you in the next video. Whatever we try to decide on improving.